Hey folks, I'm excited today to be able to highlight this new book and speak with the author. I don't like discussing whether one author is better than another. That's usually something for the reader to decide. However, I do have an elevated excitement about this interview. I'm proud the new author is my son. He's finished his first book, Terra Invictus, and I know there's already more to come. Tell our readers tell our folks a little bit more about the book.
Well, it's a science fiction fantasy novel. It's set in the near future, December 2024. Follows two different POVs. Just like the back of the book says, it's where the modern digital age meets the mythology of old. So there is a lot of mythology in it. Interest in aliens, demons, fallen angels, all of that is in here. Gods, titans. And then, like I said, it happens during the modern age. So there's a lot of things going on in the world. Basically, the elite in charge of the world, they're just tightening their grip little by little, and our POVs are having to deal with that. So that's pretty much as far as I want to give away with the book so far.
Well, setting out to write a book like this, that's no easy task. That's a lot of work to do that. What inspired you to do this?
Pretty much the trajectory the world is going right now. Pretty much I've been on this path for about 10 years since recently getting out of the military. You know, I started paying attention more, the patterns, the signs, the difficulty that our country and the world itself is facing. And, you know, I pretty much wanted to get my message out with what I believe, what I think's happening, what I think is coming. And I thought the best way to share my message, to share what I think's going to happen, is by writing a book about it. So that's pretty much what inspired me to do this. And then I'm also just a great fan of fictional books. Definitely the Roman Empire, which people see some of that in here. There's a lot of Latin and Greek in this book. But pretty much real world events is what inspired me to write this book.
Okay. And as I look at some of my notes here, it looks like there may be some parallels drawn between the current issues we face in the United States now. Is that a fair assumption?
Yes. Yeah, I would say so. So just like how that was part of my inspiration, it's also, there are a lot of parallels in here. It is in the near future, so December 2024. But the stuff that we're facing nowadays, inflation, food prices going up, energy, wars and rumors of wars, just like it says in the Bible, just with all the current events going on right now. So there are a bunch of different parallels between reality and the book going on.
So what's the difference? What separates this between other science fiction and other fantasy books that are already written?
Well, I think because it has both. A lot of books have a lot of fantasy. They go back. You might have some Roman Empire, you might have mythology, and then with science fiction, you either have contemporary, current science fiction, or you have far into the future. This has both. So I went back, and then I also go forward with technologies, with current events. So it has a mix of both of those, and then people see from the two different POVs that it's very different, unlike anything that you've ever read in this book.
Okay. Well, what are your favorite fiction books? You must have others, other favorites that you read a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So on top, it's Game of Thrones, a Song of Fire and Ice. George R. Martin, he's great inspiration as an author and a writer. He did amazing. I'm still waiting on the Winds of Winter to come out. It's been about 12 years waiting on that. Also Pierce Brown, the Red Rising series, I love that. The Hunger Games. Also something not as well known, but William Forstchen, 1 Second After, the book having to do with an EMP hitting the continental United States and the aftermath of that. All of those books were great inspiration, and then some of my favorites.
Okay. So tell our folks here, how can they get the book? Where can they get it?
Well, as of right now, it can be purchased by ebook on Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Apple Books, and then a couple other smaller venues. But as far as getting the hard or soft cover, you can get it right now only at Barnes & Noble.
All right. Anything else you want to tell our listeners?
Well, I'm very excited about y'all being able to read the book. It was a lot of work. It's a heavy book. It's over 180,000 words. I did add some illustrations in the beginning, and it does have a very heavy glossary at the end of the book. I know a lot of science fiction books nowadays, they don't want to add that at the end. I'm not sure why, probably because of the wiki fandom pages, but it is a heavy book, and I've already started the second one.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. I heard you're already starting a second one.
Yes, yeah, it'll be Terra Invictus, the Harbinger. So, yeah, I've already started working on that one.
So once you finish this, you got something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you all.